So Big Break Monday marathons continue today on Golf Channel, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Big Break Prince Edward Island. And we are happy to be joined by a now bona fide LPGA Tour star. But before that, Gerina Piller was a contestant on season 11. So good to see you again, Gerina. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Lauren.
I know you'd rather be competing inside the ropes right now. We'll get to this crazy time on our hands in just a bit, but something that is lightening the load is watching golf on TV again. And you were part of that season 11 Big Break Prince Edward Island. You've got 6 men and 6 women competing on equal ground. Somebody's getting eliminated each and every show. What made you want to be a part of it?
I started golf pretty late, and so I was really lacking that experience, that exposure. And so when I got asked to be on the show with all those cameras on you, that pressure, you can't really grow in that area unless you experience firsthand. And so I thought, this is a great opportunity for me to, for one, get my name out there, come from a small town in New Mexico, and went to not really a golf known college, and so I just thought it was a good idea to go out there and try to test my game and put it under pressure, and yeah, it was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Well, you definitely brought your game, and it's a game that led to a rookie season on the LPGA Tour in 2010. Was there anything in particular from the show that you were able to put into practice when you were competing inside the ropes?
For sure. I think most importantly, it just really put emphasis on the one shot at hand. I still remember the very first shot that we were required. It was our first elimination challenge, and it was a 3 foot putt, and we had no idea. And, whereas golf on tour is 18 holes a day and 4 rounds, Big Break was one shot. And it really put an emphasis of taking one shot at a time and being as best as you can at that one shot. The one before didn't matter, and the one that's to come doesn't matter. It's the one that's at hand. That if you take care of that, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
So it's funny that she brings up a challenge with a putter because, especially in the Solheim Cup, you shined with the flat stick. And speaking of competing on big stages, not just a 3 time United States Solheim Cup participant, but you also were part of the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. What kind of intensities and pressures, though, did you feel specifically on Big Break?
Because I was so young and in my career, I just felt all the pressures from performing underneath the gun. It's one thing to hit those shots on the range or those chips on the chipping green or putts on the putting green, but to actually do it in action when it matters, when everything is on the line, that's a game changer. And so I think that's what makes a lot of us professional golfers good and successful, is because we can convert that from practice to competition.
Does it compare to any specific moments in your career so far?
Um, I look back at the putt at Solheim Cup, and I don't think there's anything that can really prepare you for that besides just taking care of what you can control. And that's why a pre-shot routine is very important, because the golf ball didn't know that I was in Germany, didn't know that it was for the Solheim Cup, and so it's a preparation of it. And I just think it's an experience. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be. I ain't saying that the more you are under pressure, the less nervous you become, because I think the nerves will always be there, but it's how you respond to that. I've always believed that your reality isn't your environment. Your reality is how you deal with your environment. That's what reality is.
Our routines and realities are very different in these recent weeks with everyone needing to stay at home. Clearly, a pandemic on our hands. It tends to change things. Your husband is also a tour professional, Martin Piller, a 6 time winner on the Corn Ferry Tour. So, what is it like inside the walls and under the roof in a house that contains not just one professional golfer, but two?
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge in this time, just because, before all of this, I never thought I would have golf in my house. That was one thing that we tried to separate was our lives at home and our work. And whereas obviously we play golf, we're very fortunate, very blessed to play golf for a living. With this pandemic, we now have a hitting kind of bay in our backyard with a net and a mat and a putting mat, and now we have a makeshift little gym in our garage. And I never thought I'd bring work home, and here it is. We have golf clubs strung everywhere, training aids. It's just been kind of crazy, but I switched over to a new coach in December, and he's really kind of sparked my love for golf again, and I'm excited. And so I've actually enjoyed just trying to get better and working on my game, working out, and obviously spending time with our family in this rare occurrence when we're both home for this extended amount of time.
It is different. You mentioned the new coach, and I have a feeling that you've had these conversations with your new coach as well. But are there any immediate goals for you when you get back into action?
Um, I mean, obviously the obvious one is to win, but our big thing is just getting better every day. Whether I go out and I practice and I don't score as well, he always asks me like, "Did you get better today?" And so, that's something that I can control. If I get better today and I have a good attitude and I work hard, and, goals that I can control are working hard and just getting better every day and being patient.
Gerina Piller, you have goals moving forward, but you also had goals when you competed on season 11, Big Break, Prince Edward Island. It's part of those Big Break marathons on Mondays on Golf Channel, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So everyone, check that out. Gerina, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank y'all.